Hi, and welcome to week 12. This is an explanation for week 12. You're viewing the video already, so you are on the way to completing the first activity. The second activity, as always, is a social emotional learning activity. This week's social emotional learning activity is learning more about the brain. You're going to take the quiz below, read the brief articles, and explore the websites below. Then you're going to create a short and brief video of yourself teaching the hand model of the brain and the workings of the brain. It's pretty simple, but it'll give you a good idea of how the brain works, and especially children. Your video should be less than 5 minutes, and it's a selfie. Post your selfie video in this Dropbox. Here is the quiz. The quiz is just to see what you know about the brain. These are the articles and the resources that go along with the model of the brain. The video is of the model of the brain, and this is a PDF of the information from the video. This week you're going to meet with me as the last literacy circle. It's on your biography and informational text, so make sure you have read those. I'm also going to have a short, small lesson in regards to a book that I really have found that I have loved and want you to know more about. And so we'll do that. So it might be a little bit longer than usual. We will have the same time as usual unless I have to contact one of you or your group to make a change in that time. Our topics this week are nonfiction and biography. So you're going to locate and read the following articles from the Hornbook magazine. What makes a good science book? It's really right below here. What makes a good dinosaur book? Beyond Barney. And More Than the Facts, reviewing science books. Each of these articles bring up interesting points about evaluating nonfiction science books. Reflect on how the points in these articles complement or contrast both each other and the suggestions for evaluating nonfiction in Chapter 10. Post your reflection in this Dropbox. Your last independent activity is biography, nonfiction, or both. And in this activity, after reading nonfiction, that's chapters 10 in the 8th edition, chapters 5 in the 9th edition, and biography, that's chapters 9 in the 8th edition and chapter 10 in the 9th edition, you're going to select one of the following and post your work in the week 9 Dropbox. You're either going to highlight both chapters, that would be chapters 10 and chapters 9 in the 8th editions, or chapter 5 in the 9th edition and chapter 10 in the 9th edition, depending on which edition you are using this semester. You're going to highlight both chapters, taking 5 takeaways from each chapter. Takeaways are important pieces of information you have learned from the chapters. Or you can, using a biography, evaluate a biography using the criteria found in the biography chapter and compare the biography to another biography about the same individual. So you find 2 different biographies and compare them using the information, the criteria that is in the biography chapter. Or you can use Teaching Idea 10.2, that's page 309 in the 8th edition, or Teaching Idea 5.2, page 159 in the 9th edition, and write a script using the thoughts from this teaching idea to share a nonfiction book to a class. This is not a lesson plan, it's just a script to notice how the book is designed and what you might say to the students. If you complete more than one of these activities in this list, I will give you extra credit this week. Those are the independent activities, the individual activities. Let me take you to the group activity this week. I will click on that. So this week you are to share memories of biography reading from your childhood in this Dropbox with your other group members. Whose biographies did you read or hear? Often mentioned are Christopher Columbus, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Helen Keller. Why did you read those biographies? What do you remember about your feelings about the subject of the biography? Now brainstorm and list the names of famous individuals you'd like to know more about today. Use this list to search for children's and adults' biographies written about these individuals. Are famous women and minorities on your list? Are biographies of these people available for children? Post your responses to this Dropbox as a group. So you will all take turns. So don't duplicate your biographies, the names of people in your biographies. Make sure you all have separate ones, but you create one document and each person posts the document so I can give you individual feedback. And that's it for the activities this week, week 12. Don't forget to read my announcement. It will have more information in it about any major assignments that might be coming due, and any other activities or any other announcements that I do need to give you. Otherwise, I'll see you online, and I also see you in literacy group for our one last literacy circle this week.